He's the NFL's ultimate red zone back and your leader in rushing touchdowns. It's the Falcons and the Hawks, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 25.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gordon along with Charles Davis. And Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they enter play. They come out on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And the offense, my goodness, over 50 points in the win last weekend. When you do that, you're not going to lose very many games, maybe not any games.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if we can use it and get a victory.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. But if he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. You talk about this Falcon defense. They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play there on the catch and run. 30 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll get it inside the 35. The numbers for Walker last week: 14 carries, 59 yards.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And a short gain down to about the 33. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Smith. He's got his target. That's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So the Falcons make their way out behind their new quarterback for 2024. Signed back in March, the veteran Kirk Cousins.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. The numbers in last week's ball game for Robinson. The hat trick +1, 4 trips to the end zone with his legs.
And, partner, you know how all the guys do when they do that little symbol now about eating, right? Keep feeding me, feeding me. They just kept feeding him, and next thing you know, he kept getting in the end zone.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They come into this one way down at number 23 against the run of the NFL.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball, they'll get things done early.
7 yards there and a first down. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up on a second and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Off the play fake, Cousins. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 12-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. Now motion left with Mooney. Oh, here's a fake on the jet sweep, and a give to Robinson. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
On 3rd down, Robinson. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Touchdown, Falcons! Kyle Pitts, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Falcons respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. The 10-play drive that time, and it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Seahawks offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's in the midst of a very solid season, currently second in the NFL in passing yards. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Geno. Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Smith and Jigba with a grab. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. A.J. Terrell, the one who shot in there to drop the QB. The first sack of the game doesn't come from the usual suspect, not somebody up front, but Charles, a defensive back getting in there.
And I can tell you from experience, he's beyond excited to make that play, because you're exactly right. Is it normal to call his number to run at the quarterback like that? Usually you're defending the pass, but he takes full advantage and dumps him to the turf.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
7-7, our score after 1. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 28.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react. I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. Geno now to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Throwing now is Geno. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. Third and goal, backs against the wall. Monster sack, and now they're going to force him into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
Myers' kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Falcons offense, led by their running back, headed out for the second possession. And he has been a monster in the red zone here in these first couple of months of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in rushing touchdowns. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. There's a nice move, and he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Again, it's Robinson. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Throwing is Cousins. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. Touchdown, Falcons! Darnell Mooney, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons Falcons have taken the lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 13-10. So that drive, 4 plays. And finishing it all off was Darnell Mooney with a touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll fake it. Now Smith. He completes this to Walker. No gain on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. They begin the drive with Robinson. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's 2nd and 7. Cousins to throw it. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he's going to be wrangled down quickly after the catch up at the 45-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup, good for a 1st down for the Falcons.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Play action now. Cousins. And he fires one, but incomplete. That close on third down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on third and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
They'll try and run for it. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's first and 10. Robinson up the middle. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down. Incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Hard throw, incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a first and 10. Here's Walker to start the drive. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. Out of the gun, Smith. And he's taken in by the tight end Fant. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He'll find Metcalf. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Back to Walker on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Throwing is Smith. And Walker with it over the middle. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Smith. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This is Fant on the short completion. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
Again, Smith. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant, a 9-yard touchdown grab. The Seahawks are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And the Falcons going to get one more drive here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Robinson with another carry. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And that will do it for this first half. So we're at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll get started over at the Caesar Superdome in New Orleans, where it was the visiting Broncos who were able to come in and get the road victory. Bo Nix leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we'll head up to Indy to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And in that one, it's the visiting Dolphins who are out in front. Tyreek Hill, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. As you can see, the score there in the 2nd quarter. Keon Coleman, a touchdown reception. It was a strong first half for the veteran quarterback, Kirk Cousins. His 2 touchdown passes helped pave the way for his guys to take this lead into the intermission. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Falcons offense and running back Bijan Robinson set to take over once more. And he continues to be a nuisance for opposing defenses that are tasked with trying to slow him down. He's currently second in the NFL in rushing. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. Got London on a slant. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
To throw, Cousins. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
On the give, here's Robinson. Devin Witherspoon takes him down defensively.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
He finds his man complete. It's Grant. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Robinson will try to pick it up, and he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. This offense, #1 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and their run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
Cousins now. Throwing middle, and it's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Algier now up the middle. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now Cousins. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. With his 11th rushing touchdown on the year, number 15 overall. And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute. Line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to go and finish in the end zone.
Extra point line crew up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the 2nd half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially. But you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Walker hit and the ball is out. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So it's a turnover there on the lost fumble, and this 3rd quarter could not really have started worse.
I think that's a great observation, because this was a close game at the half. They gave up the touchdown the opening drive. Now they turn over the football. This game...
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at... So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. 2nd and short now following the fumble. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Able to hang on to the ball this time, and in the process picks up the 1st down.
And if that run looks familiar to you by Walker, it should. You saw it at Wake Forest, at Michigan State, and in the NFL here with Seattle. A nice start to his career, totaling a little over 2,400 yards from scrimmage and 18 touchdowns in his first 2 seasons.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Second and 10. They'll try the air now with Smith. Catch is made by Metcalf. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 33. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Lockett the motion man right. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They go play action. Cousins. Caught by London. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Handoff now to Robinson. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 32-yard line. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him the 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Back to the ground with Robinson. And he'll be brought down in what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. Moore, the man in motion. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Cousins. And he slings one that's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
And this offense on third down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still 3rd down.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. To throw is Cousins. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Cousins. This is caught. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Robinson will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1.
And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Robinson again, and this time he is in for a Falcon touchdown. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play. Oh. Blockers, and let's get this one in.
Coup for the extra point.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. That one in the books as a 12-play drive.
And it was Bijan Robinson who took it home with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Coup to kick off. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
And Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10
at their own 24. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And the Falcons grab it. And they take possession of the football and have it at their 36-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Algier going straight ahead and able to get this to the 31. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Throwing is Cousins. Locates Mooney on the out route. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Here now, 3rd and a yard. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
At the Seahawks 23-yard line.
Robinson, he'll try the left side. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, Robinson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards, and now a decision here on 4th and 1. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll give to Algier out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
That's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. They'll run again here with Robinson. And a great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. Boy, 179 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space.
Robinson.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. And they'll indeed take a knee. And they take a knee. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they've had that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up. If you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Geno now to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah,